In this video, we will set up how the data in your SQL Server table is shown in Excel. When we select a table in the Document Designer, all the table columns will be loaded from SQL Server into Excel. To select which columns to show, switch over to the Columns tab and remove the checkbox from the columns that should be hidden. To show or hide all columns, you can click the Show All checkbox in the header. If a user should not be able to change values in a column, you can check the Read Only checkbox and the column will be grayed out and not possible to update. To make all columns read-only, you can click the checkbox in the header. To change the name of a column, double-click the column and type in the new name. You can also rearrange the columns by grabbing a column and moving it up and down. If you click the lookup icon, you can let SQL Spreads do a lookup of the key values in the column and return a readable text that will be shown for the user in a drop-down list. The user can then select a text in the drop-down list, while SQL Spreads will write the corresponding key value back to the SQL Server database. To see which data type a column has in the database, click the small cog in the last column and a dialog will be shown with all the column details. In this dialog, you can also add a default value that will be used for empty cells. To get a smooth user experience when reading and writing data between Excel and SQL Server, we recommend keeping the maximum number of rows loaded into an Excel sheet somewhere between 25,000 to 50,000 rows. To limit the number of rows, you can create two types of filters. First, we have the column filters, where you simply select a column and the condition that should be met to load the rows. Secondly, we have the custom SQL filters. Custom SQL filters are a flexible way to create custom row filters using a SQL condition in the same way that you create a where clause in a SQL query. If you need your users to select which rows to load from SQL Server, you can create a tree filter. We have more information about how to create a tree filter in our knowledge base and in a separate video. Lastly, to sort the rows loaded from SQL Server into Excel, switch over to the Sort tab and select one or several columns to sort on. You can change in which order the columns are sorted by moving the columns up and down or change the sort order within a specific column. In this video, we've looked into how your SQL Server table is shown within Excel. We have looked into showing and hiding columns, making columns read-only, and also looked into how you restrict which rows are loaded by adding a filter.